Let's go. It's your man, Mike Bowens. I'm coming to you once again, live and direct. Listen, I got a powerful message for you. This message is entitled, You Are a Thought. Woo-wee! You are a thought. See, thoughts rule the world. And before you actually came into being, you were a thought in the mind of God. You are a thought in the mind of God. Before the world came into being, before he spoke it out into being, it was a thought in the mind of God. Any situation that you're facing in life, it was once a thought in your mind. If you look at your health, it was once a thought in your mind that led you to make the decisions that you made to create that part of health that you have. If you look at your financial situation, it's the thoughts that you have thought in the past that led you to right where you are financially right now. If you look at your relationship, it's the thoughts that you think that leads you to behave the way that you behave. So now, when you go deep into the core of this, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he, you got to get past just that verse and go deeper into it. Why do we think the way that we think? That's what I'm trying to get down to. I mean, every day I'm doing self-evaluations. Every day I'm looking deeper into myself and say, okay, why do I make the choices that I make? Why do I feel the way that I feel? Why do I want the things that I want? And when you go deep inside yourself and do self-examination and self-evaluation, you will see that a lot of the fears that you have are based off somewhere in your past. Someone put a thought in your mind, and now you're living off the thought that somebody else put in your mind. The financial decisions that you're making is because of information that you learned somewhere, and that's the only way that you know how to operate financially, because of the thoughts that's in your mind. And so that's the way you operate financially. The reason why your relationship is either good or bad is because what you have learned in the past, and now you're implementing it by what you're thinking in your relationship. You cannot do better until you think better. You cannot go to a higher level in life until you think on a higher level in life. And so the question should never be, why is this person doing so good, or why am I not doing so good? The question can be, what are they thinking and what are they acting on that's causing them to have that success? And what am I thinking and maybe not acting on to get this type of success that I want in my life in any area? And now, once you know the reason, once you know the thoughts behind the way a person thinks, once you know the reason why you think the way that you do, guess what? Hope is not lost. That's a bomb going off. Boom! Because guess what? If you can figure out the root of why you think the way you do, then you can change the root, and then you can change the outcome. But if you don't understand why you think the way you do, if you don't understand why you think the way you do in any particular area, you will continue to have the same results over and over and over and not understand why. It's like when I cook food, I understand what seasonings to put in. I understand how to clean the food. I understand how long to keep it in the oven, or how long to keep it on the stove. And because I know that, it doesn't take me a long time to put it together, because I know the recipe. Ooh, life is like a recipe. You gotta know the recipes for life. If you want a good marriage, right? There's recipes that you need to follow. If you want to have a good, healthy body, there's certain recipes that you gotta follow, right? If you want to raise children properly, there's certain recipes that you gotta follow. And by you doing so, you'll get the results that you're looking for. But if you don't think properly, then you cannot activate these things in your life, because you are first a thought, and thoughts become things. Now, likewise, if there's people around you who are suggesting negative thinking and you're accepting it as truth, then guess what? Now their thoughts become your thoughts, and their lifestyle becomes your lifestyle. Let's go deeper. Even if you can't physically get around people who are experiencing some part of life the way that you desire to, but if you could catch their thoughts and take their thoughts as your own, then you could get the results that they have in their life in that particular area. Ooh, This means that even if you don't physically know the person, if you can get it in a message, if you can get it from a book, if you can get it from an article, and you can get their thoughts, then guess what? Then you can get that area and you begin to act it out, live it in your life. You can manifest that in your life. So there's nothing in your life that cannot be changed when you first change your mind. See, if you don't change your thoughts, then you will not be able to change it in your life. So there's nothing in your life that is out of reach of being changed. There's nothing that's too far away from you to reach, right? Only if in your mind first, you make up the mind to change that thought to live in the lifestyle that you truly desire. Does that make sense? And so I want to inspire, I want to encourage somebody today that hope is not lost for you. If there's any area in your life where you feel like, man, I'm just not making it. I'm just behind. I'm not, becoming the person that I really want to be, then I would go deep, get a journal, and even write down your thoughts. And then go back and read those thoughts and see, okay, because you may think that you know what you're thinking about. That's a message by itself. You gotta think on what you're thinking on. You gotta analyze your thoughts, because when you think something, then you become you become it. You speak it and you become it. And thoughts don't just stay in your brain. Thoughts actually leave your brain. They vibrate from you throughout the atmosphere. And so that's why if you ever think about something enough, or you think about a person enough and they have your contact information, they'll call you. Oh, I was just thinking about you. Because you're sending out those thoughts from your brain into the atmosphere. This is a scientifically proven fact. And so at one point in time, I just thought that thoughts stay within you, but thoughts actually leave you. See, your God created our brains better than Google, better than Apple, and better than any marketing program that Facebook could ever come up with. We pay all this money for ads and stuff like that. But if you're constantly thinking on something, it's vibrating from your brain throughout into the atmosphere. And so I want you to be intentional with your thoughts for this year. I want you to be intentional about winning in every area of life. I want you to be intentional about what you're thinking about and not allow those negative old thoughts to sit in your mind long enough that you begin to act on it. See, there's another thing called self-sabotage, where people think on bad things happening enough and they self-sabotage their own life. They create it in their own life. But if you think on the goodness of God, if you think on success, and if you find strategies that other people who are in the same field as you are doing, and then you can take those same thoughts, implement those strategies, then guess what? You're going to get those same type of results in your life. So if you have not liked this video, like this video. If you have not shared this video, share this video. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, because we're going to keep going higher and higher. This is your man, Mike Bowens. I'm signing off until next time, and I'm saying, be blessed.